All right, good morning. The Committee on Parole is called to order. Today is Monday, March 2nd, 2026. My name is Cheryl Renazza, serving as chairman of today's panel, which is a 5-member panel this morning. Seated on the panel with me this morning to my far left is Mr. Chuck Tillis. My immediate left, Mrs. Jerry Ledoux. My immediate right is Mr. Steve Prater, and my far right is Mr. Pete Freeman. Because we are a 5-member panel today, it does require a unanimous vote of all 5 members. We are at DOC headquarters in Baton Rouge. I'd like the staff here at headquarters, please introduce yourself for the record.
Sure. Francis Abbott.
All right, thank you. And our first location this morning is at Elaine Hunt Correctional Center. Good morning, Warden. Would you and your staff introduce yourself for the record?
Yes, Warden Travis Day.
Darius Credit, Assistant Warden Classification.
Christy LeBlanc, Classification.
All right, thank you. Thanks for hosting us this morning, Warden. We appreciate your surroundings.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have before us Mr. Johnson. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Would you introduce yourself? Tell us your name, your DOC number.
My name is Darrell Johnson. DOC number is 439-966.
All right, Mr. Johnson, let me just read some identifying information into the record. We'll acknowledge the folks who are here who have an interest in this case, and I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Ledoux after that because your case has been assigned to her. She's going to take the lead, okay?
Well,
So, Mr. Johnson, you are classified as a first felony offender. You're currently serving a 40-year sentence for 2 counts of armed robbery and attempted first-degree murder. Your parole eligibility date was June 8th, 2023, and your good time release date is December 2nd, 2033. Does all that sound correct?
yes, ma'am. Correct.
Let me just acknowledge real quickly on Zoom, we have James Levine, a friend and employer, and also your son, Darrell Johnson Jr. Those are here in support. In opposition, we have from the District Attorney's Office, Mr. Randy Meyer, and we'll call on them for their remarks shortly. Mrs. Ledoux.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, we traditionally ask someone, and I hope you're prepared to answer, what is it that caused you to be incarcerated, and why do you think that today would be a good time to consider early release for you?
Well, what caused me to become incarcerated was my lack of responsibility. I just became a father to my then 9-month-old son. And I was dealing with a lot of financial struggles and difficulties adjusting with to society and controlling my emotions, and it became overwhelming.
Okay, so how old were you when you committed, because you're a first felony offender, and but that wasn't your first time to have interaction with law enforcement.
Yes, ma'am.
So how old were you when you committed this crime?
I was 22 years old.
23. Okay. At your last hearing, you had the Parole Project who supported you for your release plan. They're not here today, so has a relationship changed there?
I don't know, ma'am. I haven't spoken with him, but perhaps the situation has changed. But I do have a residence with my parents in Kenner, Louisiana.
Okay, so you plan to go to Kenner.
That's fine.
And that's with your parents, you said?
Yeah.
Looking at your report in terms of your rehabilitative programming, you've done a significant amount of work. How many good time days has he accumulated? Did somebody tell me real quickly? We have a new form on the classification. You tell me.
591, 591.
Over 500 good time days accumulated. That's significant. So you got your bachelor's degree, see that. You have a welding trade. What was the most impactful class that you took?
The most impactful class for me was victim impact, I have to say, because it actually showed me, it gave me enlightenment and helped me understand the victim's point of view and what they had to go through when I committed my offense. And I deeply regret making a poor decision because I didn't know the impact that it would have on others and also myself as well.
Didn't think down the road very far, huh? Okay. You haven't had a write-up since 2018, is that correct?
No. That's correct.
Okay. I noticed that two of your victims could not be located, and one of your victims is unopposed to your release. And that's to your advantage, certainly. I don't have any further questions. I reviewed your file very carefully. You had your pre-release, you have your GED and welding trade, you have substance abuse, living in balance, anger management, you've got your degree, bachelor's degree. I mean, I think you've done notable work. Warden, what would you have to say about this offender? I know it's probably one of your first times to see him, but looking over it, do you have any comments?
Well, so he and I, we met last week, went through his file, and as with you, realized that he has taken a bunch of classes and did a lot of work on that aspect. Reviewing his disciplinary record, I did also recognize that he did have some issues early on in the correctional system, but it looks like since 2018, he's made a turn. Currently, he is a trustee here and goes out to work every day. So right now, it looks like he has his head screwed on, and he's a model inmate at the moment.
Thank you, Warden, for that input. Do my colleagues have any questions? I don't have any.
How long have you actually served on this sentence?
25 years, sir.
I have no question.
I'm prepared.
Okay, well, let's hear first from the folks who want to speak on your behalf. Mr. Levine, could we hear from you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Thank you. I've known Darrell for quite a while. As you know, we used to be roommates. Darrell was one of the first people I met when I actually arrived at Lane Hunt. He was one of the first people to show me how to find the education building and to encourage me to get involved with classes. I was already on that path, but it definitely didn't hurt to have somebody patting me on the back and showing me. I know that he took his welding trade very, very seriously. He was one of the few guys that I would see actually go back to the dorm and study in the dorm instead of going and getting caught up in the foolishness and playing basketball. He was definitely focused on his education. He graduated in the top of his class in that trade. Darrell actually comes out and works where I'm employed out at the Gillis Long Center. He works out there on the grounds crew, and he is one of the very few on that crew that is always busy, always working. The staff that actually supervises him love him, and they've already said they will absolutely favor him if he decides to go through the hiring process. I also introduced Darrell to Evan Wood, who is the welding instructor for the Job Corps program out there. And he told me that as soon as Darrell is out, bring Darrell to him. He has plenty of contacts in the welding trade, and he will make sure he finds employment. There are a lot of people that need to be in prison, and Darrell definitely needed to be. I don't think he needs to be anymore. I think he has turned a corner. He's definitely improved himself. He's done everything he can to become a productive and quality citizen. I hope this board will take that into consideration. Thank you for this time.
Thank you, sir. So I think by Zoom, we have Mr. Johnson Jr. Is he on the call? Darrell, can you unmute your mic on your phone? Still there? Yeah. We're gonna try to call him. We can do it on the phone. He's having trouble with his device, so we're gonna just hear from him on the phone. All right, Darrell,
Yes, ma'am.
go ahead, sir. Tell us what you want us to know.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I really think my dad deserves a second chance. It's been a long time. I'm 25. I'm turning 26 tomorrow. He's been in there for 25 years. That's really all I got to say.
Well, thanks for taking the time to share that with us. We appreciate hearing from you.
All right, thank you.
All right, and next we have Mr. Randy Meyer from the DA's office. Good morning.
Good morning, Randall Meyer, Assistant DA, Jefferson Parish. This is a tough one on me. Mr. Johnson has done a lot of good. The biggest concerns I have during his term while incarcerated is, the only living in balance back in 2010 was, I believe, the only program he's taken that dealt with substance abuse, which I think it is something that he needed or needs. Most of his programming is old. His disciplinary record has gotten much better in recent years. I think it's since 2018, I believe, since he's had his last write-up. The biggest issue I have is the fact that he was shooting at police officers, and I'm having a hard time reconciling what he has accomplished in the crime that he committed against police officers. And the fact that one of those officers has no opposition, again, makes it difficult for me. I think we're gonna have to maintain an opposition based on the fact that he did shoot at police officers. But I do recognize a lot of the good work he's done while he's been incarcerated.
All right, thank you, sir. We appreciate hearing from you. All right, I think the panel's prepared to vote. Mrs. Ledoux?
Mr. Johnson, I don't know what age your parents are. I hope that they're prepared for your arrival if you're released. But my vote is going to be to grant, because you have put in the work necessary to become a productive member of society. You've done everything that you could to make yourself a good candidate today, and so my vote is to grant.
Mr. Tillis?
My vote also is to grant.
Mr. Prater?
It's like the DA there is a tough one for me, from my background in law enforcement, but in reviewing your file and the fact that you spent 25 years in jail already, and you got, you're 47 years old, you were a young man when it occurred, I'll concur with the votes thus far cast and say that you deserve a chance from your conduct since you've been incarcerated.
Mr. Freeman?
I voted against you last time, but no more write-ups since that hearing. My vote today is going to be to grant. But I do, when you get out, I do want a substance abuse evaluation and follow any recommended treatment.
Thank you.
And, Mr. Johnson, based on what I see in the record, the remarks by the warden, the support that you have, my vote today.
Okay, today, I call the Committee on Parole to order. Today's date is the 29th of April. I'm losing a month. My name is Pete Freeman. I'm gonna be the chair today. Sitting with me is Ms. Ledoux to my right, Ms. Stapleton to my left. We're gonna form your panel today. Would the staff at headquarters introduce themselves?
Parole Williams.
Francis Abbott.
Okay, where are we located? East Feliciana, okay. Today we'll be having a hearing at East Feliciana. Would anybody in that room at East Feliciana please introduce themselves?
Warden Sanders, Harry Harris.
Okay, Mr. Harrington, what is your, give me your name and date of birth.
My name is Harry Joseph Harrison. My date of birth is on the 25th, December the 25th, 1978.
Okay, and what is your DLC number?
522561.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read some stuff into the record and then you'll verify it to make sure we're looking at the right case and we have the right dates down. And we will conduct a parole interview. That's gonna be me. The case was assigned to me. So when we finish going over the preliminary work, then I will be the one to interview you. We also have in support Brad Jones, a friend. Is Mr. Jones there with you or he's on video? Okay. And then we have Mr. Christopher LeBlanc, who would like to speak, and along with him is Lisa Button, his fiance of the victim. Okay, we're gonna let y'all speak at the proper time. The way this thing will go is I'll interview you. At the end of the interview, you will present your witnesses and I'll let you make a statement. Then we're gonna bring in the victim and let the victim make the final statement, and then we will vote. Do you understand? Okay, let's see, Mr. Harrington, you were sentenced to a total of 20 years for sexual battery and aggravated incest. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You had a parole date. Well, you have a parole date of 5/23/24. No matter what's decided today, you wouldn't get out until May. And a full term date, not too far away, 7/1/26. Okay,
Yes,
is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna begin questioning today, and let's get started. Okay, Mr. Harrington, how old are you?
I'm 45.
Okay, and how long have you done on this sentence?
I've done basically almost 18 years. Close.
Okay. Was your total sentence 20 years?
20 years.
Okay. What's your educational level?
At the M level.
At the what level?
M level. At the highest level.
Okay, good. All right, Mr. Harrington, what went on? What was going through your mind at that time?
Well, I say my mind, I was wrong from my mind the way I was. But I'm gonna put it like this: I done in my past was wrong. But I take my charge. I take my take whatever I have to take. I changed my life, not me anymore.
Okay. If you could say something to the victims, what would you tell them? And do not address them, address the board.
I would say I'm sorry. Where I was, my past, everything.
Okay, Mr. Harrington, I see you hadn't taken many classes since you've been in. Have you taken a sex offender class?
Yes, sir.
Where did
I
you
got-
take?
I got a certificate in that sex offense class. It's
Okay.
SOP. They call it's a certificate for SOP.
Okay, we're gonna check on that because I didn't see no sex offender classes in the file.
I did.
Only class I see that you've taken is Life's Healing Choices.
Yeah.
What did you learn in sex offender class? If you took it, what did you learn?
I was in Pine Prairie when I took that. I learned that I know I was wrong, and then I admitted things, and it taught me a lot. It taught me how not to do the things I did before.
Okay.
And it,
Okay, Mr. Harrington, you have 3 children?
no, I have one.
You have 1 child. Okay, and what's your child's name?
Marshall Anthony Harrington.
Okay, do you have any contact with him?
Oh, sir.
And let's see. Okay, law enforcement, the DA is strongly opposed, the sheriff is opposed. Your mother, Diane Harrington, is unopposed. Victim's father and mother want him to serve at least till the victim was 18, but the victims are 18 now. And the victims were still opposed. Ms. Cormier and Mr. LeBlanc, both strongly opposed. And we'll hear from Mr. LeBlanc later. So did we ever verify, did he do his sex offender or not? I don't think like Prime Perry wouldn't have our class. That's a parish jail. Okay. Are you working? Where you working?
I'm at a car wash.
Okay, how much are they paying you?
They don't pay me.
They don't pay you. Okay, so you're just working for the facility, you're a trustee.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Warden, have y'all had any problems with Mr. Harrington?
I've been to Wharton since 2016, and we haven't had any issues. He hasn't had any disciplinary issues since I've been here in 2016.
Okay. All right. Okay, I have no further questions. Do my board members have any questions?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'd like to read into the record what the district attorney's opposition statement was. Dangerous sex offender who caused significant trauma to the victims presents an unacceptable risk of harm to others. Family of child would ask he remain incarcerated until the child or the children are 18. These were sex offenses against multiple. They believe that he should serve the full amount. I agree because, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. Okay, let's hear from Brad Jones. Mr. Jones?
Yes, sir. How are y'all?
Good. Mr. Jones, tell us what you want to say on behalf of Mr. Harrington.
So on behalf of Mr. Harrington, my name's Brad Jones, and I met Mr. Harrington through through a ministry with the prison system. So I met Mr. Harrington approximately 6 years ago, and through that time and those encounters, I've noticed a change in Mr. Harrington. I noticed that his personality had changed. He started being a little bit more active from a faith-based perspective. Mr. Harrington showed leadership with helping new inmates whenever they made it into the facility. He was there to really instruct those guys, to teach those guys to understand, help them to understand the rules and regulation of the facility. Not only that, Mr. Harrington has showed that the intent of the penal system as far as rehabilitation, from my perspective, for what I've seen over the past 6 years, he showed a willingness and he also showed a dedication that he's a different man than the Harrington who was sentenced some years back. So, in my opinion, based off my encounter with Mr. Harrington, that he showed that the penal system, rehabilitation system, has worked in his in that area with him, and I think he showed that he's given the second chance, or given it the chance that he could be a productive citizen and obey the rules set by this panel.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Harrington, would you like to give a statement on your behalf before we let the victim speak?
I believe I'm ready because I'm ready to go out there and be about my Father's business. I love this Christian life because it changed my life and it helped me be a better person. Whether people believe me or not, but I still thank God no matter what. Because I know that I am changed and I'm willing to do what the rule is, I'm willing to do what the law says. And it's gonna take a little time at a time, but I got to get used to it. And I thank God for everything.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, at this time, we'll hear from Mr. Christopher LeBlanc. Mr. LeBlanc? State your name, please.
I am Mr. Harrington's victim. 3 bullet points, it's just 3 facts: 40 million, 1 in 6, 90%. I want you to remember those 3 numbers. 1 in 6 victims are boys. 40 million Americans walk around the United States after today as victims. And 9% is where 9% of people who are victims come from close relatives or someone they love and trust. Harry was married to my stepsister. Marshall was my nephew, which is a son. Harry stole my childhood. I was a victim, but he stole my childhood. I couldn't go spend the night at friends' houses. I couldn't go to ball games. Couldn't trust him. As an 11-year-old kid, it's hard to put in their face. The statistic saying 1 out of 10 victims become rapes. Tell an 11-year-old that he has a 1 in 10 chance of being a rapist. It's hard to live with. It's hard as a father. I have kids that are the age that I was when the victim started. It's hard as a father to let my kids go spend the night somewhere. It's hard as a father to trust people around my kids. It's something I have to live with every day. I have to learn. I just don't agree with her rules. Back to 40 million, I'm floating. 40 million Americans walk around as victims. Don't give them the chance to get out early and make one victim.
Thank you very much. Okay, that's it. Is the panel ready to vote? Okay, I will be voting first since I had your case. You know, Mr. Harrington, a lot of stuff was said here today. First off, I want to thank, the victim for showing up today. You don't know how much that means to us, and I know it was very, very tough on you. Also, you gave me some information that I didn't know, and I appreciate that. But the bottom line, Mr. Harrington, is that it wasn't just one child, it was two different childs, and history says most of the time, you know, that they will reoffend, plus you've never had sex offender treatment. So I'm gonna get you moved to a DOC facility where you can have your sex offender treatment, and then you can reapply, but my vote is to deny.
Under treatment, that is my greatest concern today. Without that treatment, I think it's unfair to you and to society for you not to have that treatment prior to leaving prison. So that's my vote, is to deny and recommend sex offender treatment in the DOC facility.
I want to expand upon what the victim just said. I agree with everything that he said, but also, like you said, a close family member or a close friend. So you come into their lives as a wolf in sheep's clothing. You seem like a very trusting person, and they do leave their children in your care. And most of the time, when the children are old enough to threaten or bribe with candy or something like that, they're groomed. You're shaking your head like you're familiar with that. So that's what kids go through. And then they feel like they were a party in the whole thing if they were bribed. And they're not, because they're just babies. So yes, you do need sex offender classes, and you're fixing to get out anyway. So I hope you really have changed, but statistics aren't on your side, but you're not a statistic, you're a man. So it's up to you what you're going to do with the rest of your life. And, you know, certainly you stay away from victims. So my vote today is to deny.
Okay, Mr. Harrington, you had 3 votes to deny, so your parole has been denied. We'll be closing out at East Feliciana at 9:25.
All right. Good morning.
Morning.
Would you introduce yourself? Tell us your name and DOC number, please.
My name's Tiffany Green. My DOC number is 596192.
All right. Let me just read some identifying information, and then we'll start the parole interview process with you. So, Ms. Green, you're classified as a second felony offender. You're currently serving a 10-year sentence for operating a vehicle while intoxicated, 4th offense. Parole eligibility date was March 9th, 2023, and you have a good time date, March 8th, 2024. Does all that sound correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Your case has been assigned to Mrs. Jackson. Would you answer her question?
Good morning, Ms. Green. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Ms. Green, how old are you?
I'm 43.
How much time have you served on this charge?
It has been 18 months this time. The charge is from 2011, and I've served some time on it before.
How much time did you serve before?
When I originally got the charge in 2011, I did 6 months. They released me, and I had to do drug court, which I graduated. Then I had a sanction in 17, a drug court sanction. My daughter passed away, and I ended up relapsing. And my judge sent me to Tallulah to do the long-term substance abuse class, which I completed, which I did 10 months on that, and he let me out. And this time I've done 18 months.
So why have you had such a hard time completing the conditions of your supervision?
Well, I was reporting up until I got paranoid with COVID. And then we had a storm in Lake Charles, Louisiana, where I'm from, Hurricane Laura. We had to evacuate. I couldn't report. And when I got back, they had flashed a warrant out for my arrest.
How long?
I reported up until those times.
Well, let's talk about your substance abuse issue. You have a fourth offense driving while intoxicated.
Yes, ma'am.
Um,
I was addicted to prescription Xanax for a long time in my life. But once I completed drug court, I was sober for 5 years. And when I had my setback when my 19-year-old daughter passed away, I did relapse. But
okay, stop talking. You said
Okay.
your 19-year-old daughter passed away. I think in your application, you said she died of a drug overdose. Is that
had
correct?
an accidental overdose, yes, ma'am.
On what?
I have no idea.
So
It was just ruled as an accidental overdose in 2017.
they never indicated what drug it was?
No, ma'am, when her autopsy came back, they could not find nothing in her system. But the coroner ruled it as an accidental overdose.
You know,
Hey, that's a problem. To this day, that I don't understand it.
you had the third offense and then less than 60 days later, you get the fourth offense.
Yes, ma'am.
What was going on? Why were you involved in drug activity?
I was abusing my own prescription medication. I was.
But why?
Life, I guess. I was young, I was dumb, I was stupid. I was married at the time. My husband ended up passing away, and it was just, it was hard. But
Miss Green, life is still out there.
right. I
Life's
have
still
been sober for 6 years, though. I have been sober for 6 years.
So what's your plan to remain sober?
My plan to remain sober is, I want to be sober. That's my plan. I have to be sober. I have kids.
I mean, okay, you want it, but how do you get it? How do you maintain it? How do you?
Well, I attend when I'm out, I attend meetings. I have sponsors. I use the drug court team all the time. I love them so much. They've changed my life. They have changed my life. I'm proud of myself with these 6 years. 18 months of it has been incarcerated, but I am proud of myself. I talk to young girls about drugs all the time because of what happened to my daughter. And I just don't want that life anymore. Since I have been incarcerated, I learned to do the right thing when no one's looking. And it's the only way. I can't go back to that life because I have to be there for my kids. I don't want to die.
How many kids do you have remaining?
I have 5 living kids.
And where are they now?
They are in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Home.
My 3 of my kids are grown. They live on their own. And I have a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old. And they're with their daddy.
How old are you?
43.
And what's your transition plan if you were to be successful today?
Well, I'm already working. I've been working for 5 months at Delta Biscuit Company here in Monroe, Louisiana. I have a coworker that I have become so close with. She wants me, if it's eligible, she has an extra room, to stay with her until I can get on my feet, which I have a lot of money saved in my account to get on my feet. I'm going to plan on staying here in Monroe because I get a $5 raise once I get out. I have a letter from my job and the owner. The owner of Delta Biscuit has plenty of rent houses. He's willing to let me rent one. Until then, I would be with a coworker until I get in my own place. And then my younger kids are going to come here with me.
Who's in the room with you?
It's Deputy Marchand.
Deputy Marchand, is there any information that you have on the screen that you can share with the board?
No incidents, no write-ups. You are enrolled in
work with me.
Unity classes.
I've taken classes on this charge. I take the parenting class, but it just started. We have one class.
Okay, yeah, enrolled in the parenting class that just started. But no incidents, no write-ups, and she is a highly recommended worker by Misty May, our work release director.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Renata. That's all I have. Thank you. Ms. Green, is there any, a statement you'd like to make to us before we vote?
I do appreciate the opportunity. I do appreciate the opportunity for even granting me the hearing. I had a hearing in March. I don't know what happened, but I'm glad it got rescheduled. My past is not that great, but I do have a business management degree. I'm certified in hospitality. I'm always working my way to the top. I didn't let my prescription drug use set me back. I had a hard time, but I picked myself back up and I want to stay straight. I want to stay stopped. This ain't for me. You know, I'm a mother. I'm a hardworking woman, and I just want to return to my children. Since I have been incarcerated, my 14-year-old son was shot by a 12-year-old kid. He's been in the hospital for a year. He has both of his feet amputated. It's hard on his grandmother. He's 15 now, I'm sorry. I just need to get to him. And I just want to help. I just need to get to my son. I said I wasn't gonna cry, but his grandmother talks about how hard it is on her because he has to go through rehabilitation. He's about to be getting out of the hospital soon, and she just don't know how she's going to take care of him since they amputated both of his feet. The 12-year-old that shot him is incarcerated. And he needs me, and I need him.
Okay, thank you. We are prepared to vote, Mrs. Jackson.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Green, my vote today is to grant your early release. With the conditions that upon release, you attend at least 3 AA or NA meetings per week.
Okay.
And my recommendation, Mr. Freeman.
I concur with Ms. Jackson.
And I do too. I've enjoyed listening to you speak.
Thank you so much.
Today also is to grant, and your special conditions, as she has indicated, is you must attend 3 AA meetings.
That's not a problem. I have a sponsor already.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
All right. You're before the Parole Committee. Ms. Stapleton's to my left, Mr. Freeman's to my right. I'm Ledoux. Is your name Carlos Jarvis?
Yes, ma'am. How y'all, good morning. How y'all doing?
Good. Could you give me your DOC number, please?
700-724-609.
Okay. Mr. Jarvis, I find you're a first-class offender. You're currently serving a 20-year sentence for indecent behavior with a juvenile. You actually were on probation and you had multiple violations, including positive drug screens. You have a parole eligibility date, July 1st, 2024. You're not eligible for good time, and you have a full-time date of November 4th, 2037. Is that correct, according to your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're gonna be answering Ms. Stapleton's questions first, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Jarvis, you have a parole violation. And on it, you broke just about all the rules you could. Tell me if I'm correct with this, okay? You didn't keep your GPS monitor charged. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am. I was working.
Okay, failure to stay at the list of residents, a positive drug scheme, failure to attend sex offender, treatment, providing, falsified sex offender treatment attendance records. In addition, the subject did not pay the court ordered fine. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I was wondering. So, you know, you're accused of, well, you've been convicted of indecent behavior, with a juvenile, a young juvenile. So I don't, because you haven't had those classes, and I see here where, I believe you wanted the classes, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And I see here that you
Ma'am, can I
listed.
say something?
Uh-huh.
He has been taking some classes we have tablets here, and he has been taking some classes, but I hadn't got all his certificates off of there. But as soon as I can get them off today, I will email them to you all.
Has he finished sex offender classes?
Yes, ma'am. He has done 280 some classes. He got 200 some 80 certificates in different things like jobs, different kind of jobs, construction, truck driving, and forklift, and some sex abuse classes, sexual harassment and stuff like that. But I could get them off and get y'all email and send y'all copies of them.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take me a minute to get them off.
Mr. Jarvis, do you feel like there's a lack of program there for a sex offender, like a sex offender class?
Yes, ma'am.
So you did take those classes?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good. What victim awareness? Do you understand what your victim may be feeling after something like this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You know, some people say, well, it's like a car wreck and you see total devastation. And everybody walks away and you think, okay, great, everybody's okay. But then later on, they die from internal injuries that people couldn't see. Well, when you're a child and you're a victim of sexual molestation, you know, your total innocence was robbed and your trust in people that you thought was a trusted individual.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's something that just sometimes never comes back. And that is the major cause of being the victim of a sexual molestation. I wanted to read here what the district attorney has to say. They're opposed. You do have opposition from law enforcement and the district attorney. The offender received the benefit of an extremely generous plea agreement, but cannot apply with the special conditions of his probation. We believe this is indicative of how he would act if released on parole. Furthermore, we do not believe he has served near enough time for the trauma he inflicted upon his victim and the family. His sexual predator is where he needs to be. That's the district attorney's office. So I don't have any more questions.
Mr. Freeman, do you have any questions?
Ma'am. How's your discipline? You have any disciplinary write-ups since you've been in jail?
No, sir. I'm right up free.
Right up free. Okay,
Commend you for that.
thank you.
I'm just curious, I need to know, how many children do you have, biological children do you have?
I have 4, 3 girls and a boy.
3 girls and a boy.
Ma'am.
And how old is your youngest?
My boy, he's gonna be 5. Next month on the 15th.
Okay, so, and you've been incarcerated for 4 years? 4.5 years?
4.5.
You really haven't gotten a chance to know him yet.
No, ma'am. But I have talked to him like on the wall phone, like he's been hollering, he just started calling me daddy and he's just starting to get to know me. But I never really had to be in this life to take care of him. And that's what I'm basically trying to get back to and support him and the family and my family and take care of myself with the job that I have ability to have to work for.
And your victim was a stepdaughter, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So I like what you're saying. Do you have anything else that you'd like to say?
Yes, ma'am, I do. Okay, by me being here, I had came here to this facility in 2019, and like you guys say, I never had any write-ups. I've been write-up free. I've been staying out of trouble. I don't get into any type of bad environment, trouble, none of that. You know, I stay out the way, and I do anything just to get back to society to help my family. And I lost a lot of family members since I've been down, and that took a lot of pain away from me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I can get my people back together, and by me getting back in their lives and my kids' life, my family, I can support them better and not let anyone down again, like coming back to jail. I mean, I can do better. I did better. I am better. I didn't overcome what I had done in the past, and I regret. And if the victim was here, I would love to apologize for what had happened in the past, and I would love to get back to society and better myself, way better than what I was of a man that I wasn't supposed to be at first.
Right. Ms. Stapleton, are you prepared to vote?
I am prepared. My vote is to deny. Based upon, when you were off the last time.
Yes. Participants.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. My apologies. I have with us Ms. Lanisha Garina. You are the mother of his son, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay. And what would you like to offer to this decision-making program?
I would like to add to the decision to the part where he's not a threat to society, okay? He's been out his son's life for like almost 5 years now. My son's going on 5 years old. He had autism. He needs his dad. He always asking for his dad. His auntie right now can't be with us because she had open heart surgery, and he helped out with his auntie a lot. And they really need him. Like, they really need him. His son need him the most. He have talked to his son, but my son don't really know him like talking about.
How many children do y'all have together?
We have one son together.
Was there anybody at the facility that would like to make a statement? Jones?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Is the daughter going to be around him when he comes to be with his son?
No.
She's moved?
That's two different parents.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the confusion. I understand.
Okay. So we have a vote by Ms. Stapleton for denial. Mr. Freeman?
Mr. Jarvis, I think you're on the right track, but I think you need to do a little bit more time than 5 years for the crime that was committed. So my vote today is going to be to deny.
Mr. Jarvis, I concur. My biggest hang up is your revocation. I mean, you failed to show any desire to follow the rules. And you have impressed me with your disciplinary conduct while you're incarcerated. That's to your credit. I would hope that you would get some more programming in the area of sexual victim awareness. So at this time, my vote is to deny. So you've been denied today, sir. Thank you.